This is your girl, Kristy Singletary, reminding you to watch US Roundtable. I'll see you there.
Yo, Kristy Singletary.
Yo, Petee G, what's going on?
You're never gonna believe what happened to me. You ready for this?
What happened?
I was waiting for the bus because I was taking a bus, and two people were walking with dogs, and of course they were on opposite sections, but apparently the dogs were friends, and they started jumping on each other, and then they jumped all over me before I could even get on the damn bus. It was unreal. That was number one. Number two, of course, you still got to wear the face mask, and I was going over to physical therapy, and I guess since I had the face mask on, I sat in the handicap section, so all the old people came up to me, and they started basically talking to me, but they couldn't tell that I wasn't an old person because I had the mask on, but they saw I had a limp. So, literally they started talking to me. And this one guy kept saying to me, "You want to hear a joke? You want to hear a joke?" He was an old man, little old man. And he goes, "You want to hear a joke? You want to hear a joke?" I was like, oh my God. I was like, all right, tell me the joke. He goes, "Why did they invent the two-piece bikini?" And I sat there, I looked at him, and remember, he's an old man. And what am I going to do? I go, all right, why did they invent the two-piece bikini? He goes, "To separate the dairy from the meat." Huh? That's funny, right? Huh? That's what he said.
Oh my gosh, did you make sure to laugh with him?
I to be honest with you, I did laugh because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a pretty good joke.
That was good, right? Yeah, so I might use that. Wink, wink. All right, here we go. Last show of the year. Petee G, Travesty Ya Majesty, Sparrow, and Kristy Singletary joining the US Roundtable. Kristy, past guest. Sparrow, past guest, now regular. We'll have a special show for that. Yeah, so how's everybody doing?
Good, man. Just came out the hot blazing sun. Mm-hmm. So, I was sweating all over the place. I had to dry myself off before I came down here, change my shirt and stuff. I did my little hike and walk thing through the thing over here that I usually do. It was fun,
What, you did a hike?
I mean, yeah, that's what you want to call it. Yeah, it's like a waterfall thing over here. It got like hiking trails in it. So really? I did that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It is. And I usually do it, a few times a week, but this time I didn't do it all this week. I was doing another one, but today I did that.
And wow.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't do any hiking. Yeah. Hey, well, listen, Kristy will appreciate that. Sparrow, too, because Sparrow's a hula hooper.
Oh, nice.
And yeah. I hike, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I can't do any of that. I can't do any hiking. I'm lucky if I can make it down the block.
Yeah, well, you got one leg now, so you can't do it. I know.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully they'll bend it back into shape at some point. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. It's unreal. But you know what, though? I have they say it's a distinguished limp.
Yeah.
That's what they say, anyway.
You never know. It might get some kinks out of there. It might make your legs start working better if you, do the hike thing. It might work it out a little bit.
Anyway, I don't know if everybody's been looking at the news, but they finally sentenced, what was his name? Derek Chauvin, the one who, 22 and a half years.
That's
Goodbye. It. The man, let's put it this way. The man should get the death penalty. He should do 22. That's what they gave him, 22 and a half years.
They should have packed all that extra stuff on. 22 for this, another 20 for that, and 30 for that, till it came up to like 110 or something. But whatever, it is what it is.
You know what? He's going to be 65 when he gets out, 67 maybe.
Yeah. So, and that's not even that old anymore.
So. Nope. So let's have a whole nother life.
Exactly.
Let me just say this. I'm 47 and I feel like I'm 77, okay? So I don't know where there's 50s to do 40, 40s to do 30. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Except for you and Kristy, Travesty. You're both in great shape. Me, on the other hand, forget about it.
Am I older than you or you older than me? When's your birthday?
I'm January 13th.
Okay, so you're 3 months. 3 months older than me.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Kristy,
I didn't realize that, Peter. Your birthday's a week after mine. I'm January 5th.
Oh, so we're both Caps?
Capricorns.
Yeah.
Capricorns, we rock. And welcome back, Sparrow.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got it.
Is that a Louis thing you got on there?
Michael Kors.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is that what was giving you? Is that what was giving you the interference, Sparrow? The Michael Kors? Because he always writes his name on everything.
I can't see it. No, I'm in the mall, and now we're shopping we finally got a dress for me, shoes and dresses for the girls. Now we're looking for a business suit, not a business suit, a suit for Ken.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right, Ken's gonna be looking slick. All right, very cool. So anyway,
what happened? Cheetah was just there, but she disappeared.
Yeah, Cheetah's probably on the road somewhere. I don't know. She'll pop back at some point. Anyway, Sparrow, while you were on a brief hiatus, we were discussing Derek Chauvin and getting 22 and a half years. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on that?
You know, I was thinking earlier, I kind of feel bad for him. It's like, damn, like one decision like that, and look at what you have to live with. And, you know, rest in peace, my brother, you know, George Floyd. But at the same time, his pain, his suffering has ended, and now his is about to begin. So it's crazy to see it. And it's sweet. It's like a bittersweet justice, because it's like for the first time seeing people being held accountable that abuse authority, period, regardless of race or any other reason for it. You don't usually see justice on that, and a lot of people believe that if they get into certain positions of power, they don't have to be held accountable. So now that sends a very strong message out to those with the authority. And then they clarified in the sentencing that it was because of his abuse of authority that they actually added an extra 10 years. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So he was only going to get 12? Wow.
Yeah, they added an additional 10 years on top of the sentencing. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me just say this. You could kill someone in this country and get less time as opposed to finding yourself being caught in perjury. Like,
kill someone.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't.
Our laws do protect money a lot better than we protect human life. And
wow, yeah,
I think even our animal laws protect the animal lives better than human life. And you know, so it's very sad what we see with everything.
That's real.
Well, you know what it is though. A lot of it has to do with the fact that people treat their pets better than their kids. So you know that's how that goes. I mean, I can't even tell you. There's a real issue with me and dogs. I told Kristy about that earlier. There's a real issue with me and dogs. But anyway, people treat their dogs better than anything else. They treat them better than their kids. It's sad in a way. But moving on, let's get this show on the road here. Anyway, so aside from all of that, apparently right now, the New York Times went ahead and did a test on Subway tuna fish, and the test results came back. There's no tuna DNA in it whatsoever.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That's why. Because you're thinking that you're eating something healthy, and then you're like, actually, you don't really know what you're eating.
But Kristy, how many Subway tuna sandwiches have you had, Kristy?
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't really had Subway in years, but when I used to get Subway, I used to eat it a lot. So when I saw that, I was just like, we're doomed. Any kind of food that we were consuming back, they didn't even run that test. That was one test. They didn't need to publish and tell us what exactly we're eating, because I would have rather that been unknown. The fact that they can't find it, I'm like, nah, that's something I just don't need to know.
So wait, the tuna fish isn't real?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said that months ago, right? So this is the test. They finally did the test of it?
They did the test, yeah.
Okay.
Well, what is it made of?
They don't know, because there's not one bit of tuna fish DNA in it whatsoever.
Oh, that's
But
Ken eats the tuna fish.
I mean, I love tuna fish, but I never really ate Subway's tuna fish, so
Subway is firing back though.
He's had Subway's tuna fish. Yeah.
Subway is firing back though. They're saying that the tuna is so processed and it's cooked, you can't test it for DNA because it's processed beyond. You know, that's such a lie though.
That don't make no sense.
You can't cook something's DNA away.
What? Yeah, that don't make no sense.
I can't believe they said that. That was their comeback.
No, that shows you how they view us. They think we will buy it, and that shows the lack of respect they have for us to even think to dish some BS like that out. Funny. I'm actually insulted.
I don't blame you on that. I'm not even gonna lie. I've eaten a lot of Subway tuna. I've eaten a ton of it. So you know, I'm go figure. It's all over. This could very well be all over for Subway if it actually does get proven. Because this is a study done by the New York Times when they had this done. It still has to be proven in court and all that. But you know, Subway saying, well, it's so refined, it's so processed that you can't get DNA out of it. But we know that's a lie.
What if you don't have it? That's BS. I would just I'll find a scientist to disprove if that's even possible.
Well, that's the way I look at it. I hear you on that. I mean, look, they're going to have to do something now at this point because there's a huge class action lawsuit. The public's going to demand some sort of test, and there it is.
Yeah.
That's it. Totally.
So are they just like going as far as just testing the tuna, or are they going to like test the other meats? Like, because I don't know what's going on with that like veggie patty thing that's going on either.
Well, right now it's just tuna, but they're probably going to test that. They already lost a lawsuit last time because they were saying they didn't have Subway bread isn't real bread.
They tested it and they
not real bread.
Yeah, because it was too much sugar. Like apparently, if you have too much sugar in the bread,
is bread. I mean,
yeah,
and they're going through a lawsuit or something like that.
Yeah, so,
not real
and they'll have to toss up that whole entire bread aisle.
It's not really baked bread, so go figure on that. So, So my question is, how many of you have had a Subway tuna fish? I admit it, I've had tons. I thought it tastes great.
I've never had that one.
Nope.
I had, because I thought it was a healthier option out of the menu. You know, instead of processed sandwich meat, I was like, okay, I'll do the tuna. But
once again, I'm a Blimpies guy.
Blimpies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got them down in the South there. They got Blimpie. They're gone up here, but they're down there.
Yeah, I haven't had that in, oh my gosh, it's been a while.
I love
that. Was one of our last episodes. It was Bring Back Blimpie, you know?
Yeah. I think because you was talking about this thing. And I was like, well, I like Blimpies anyway, so I can care less about Subway.
Right. So the thing is that it's the New York Times had it tested, and there's literally no tuna DNA whatsoever in it. So who knows what the hell you're eating? Trav, that was the episode you weren't at, and
I know.
Yeah, Dana Carter basically said, "Just let me know. I don't even tell me if it's just like cat balls. If it's cat balls, I'm done." That was what you were basically.
Yeah,
so we don't know what
I watched it. Yeah.
I have a thing where you buy sandwiches, like I'm not gonna buy a sandwich that costs me $1 and change and then a couple bucks for the bread to make. Like tuna fish sandwich is not something I'm gonna pay for. I'm not gonna pay $5, $6 for a tuna fish sandwich.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, when I eat tuna fish, it's usually from home. I don't really order it from places. That's why. I love tuna fish. I always it's not from home. I really don't mess with it.
It's like a leftover food. It's like, I'm hungry. What to eat? There ain't nothing to eat. But there's a can of tuna. There we go.
Let me just say this: a can of tuna fish, a pound of pasta, a little bit of mayo, throw a little egg in there, throw a little hard-boiled egg in there. You got some serious tuna mac right there.
That's not good.
Christy's is that unhealthy, Kristy? The tuna mac?
I put bacon and salmon in my mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But no, that's mac and cheese. I'm talking about tuna mac.
Oh, no, mac. Oh, you said mac and I heard mac and I thought mac and cheese.
Oh, all right, I got you. Kristy, no good? Tuna mac, no good? Not healthy?
I mean, you said a pound of pasta and a whole bunch of different things. Just depends. I mean, if you're hungry, you're hungry. So,
right.
I don't know about that mayonnaise and all the other stuff that kind of goes with it, but, I'm hungry.
But that's the way I look at it. The problem is pasta doesn't fill me up. I think I'm immune to pasta. I don't think I can get filled up with pasta. It's an Italian thing. It's an Italian trait. No other way around it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get used to it. It's like that in pizza. You can eat it every day. Not supposed to, but you know, I'm just.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, on a different note, I don't know if everybody remembers a while back, but Prince Harry and Meghan had an interview with Oprah. Everybody remember that?
We all, yeah, I think that interview was.
Okay, so one of the things Prince Harry was talking about is he said that the royal family basically cut him and Meghan off. They just uncovered that upon Prince and Meghan's departure, Prince Charles went ahead and cut him a check for £6.3 million. So I don't even know how much it is in American money, but I don't know how you cut off when you're talking about $6.3 million. Okay, go figure on that.
Cha-ching.
That's the way I look at it. How will you cut off? I mean, you're sitting there, you're like, oh, we're in poverty now, but we got $6.3 million.
Well, that's investment money. Now he could invest that. And then he could go, he has the name, she has the name, they did something big, they shook things up. I could see them getting popularity for that, and then people supporting whatever endeavor they go for. I heard that they were she was going for the presidency.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, Meghan's running for president?
I don't know, but I heard it was like some type of, on those, you know, those like pop-up news feeds that feed up on your stuff from like, if you're going through Facebook or something. It was like something like that. So I can't say it was that credible.
Lifetime's made a movie out their situation. So,
Already?
Yeah, like, you know, Lifetime doesn't waste any time. They are going to have a little biography movie up quick. So they may, I mean, if they okayed it, they may get some money up of that. I'm not sure what kind of deal came with that.
Yeah, Lifetime do it.
Lifetime is the way.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, sometimes I do look at that Lifetime channel. They do have some decent movies on there. I know it's like a woman's station or whatever, mostly, but they have some good movies on there.
Lifetime is nothing more than a male bashing channel. The man is
no,
but they be having some good movies though. They do.
They be like
historical kind of movies, you know, where the woman, you know the movies where the woman falls in love with being the third woman and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's the kind of movies they be having. They be good. They do.
The psycho women coming in, like trying to break up families. You know. Yeah, they have no mercy against sex.
I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to watch this. Next time I know I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can't stop looking at it. I can't. I gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, Lifetime will definitely suck you in. No doubt about that. Lifetime will suck you in. But if you think about the Lifetime channel and the movies and all that, the woman is coming in to break up a marriage, a family, but they always literally focus on the guy who allows it to happen.
Yeah.
So it's always the guy regardless. The guy, Lifetime is anti-male, believe me.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It's total like anti-everything. They're like, you teen whore, you teen slut, you just got pregnant, and we're gonna make a show all about that.
Right.
Paying you for it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they go in like the imagination. I'm like, what in the world is this? Like, it would just keep tripling. It can't just be like a regular affair. It's like, oh, it ends up being an affair with like the sister. Yeah, it's just like something super dramatic. And I'm like, how did y'all, who was laying in their bed at night? Like, you know what? This is some material right here. Let's go ahead and put this together. Like, I feel like it's the real crazy imaginations are the ones producing those Lifetime movies.
Yeah,
they do a couple of true story ones too, though. Like they did Lorraine. Remember Lorraine Bobbitt, Peter?
Yeah, they did.
They made one out of her.
Yeah.
That's the last one I looked at. It was a couple of months ago. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this because I remember that whole thing when it went down. I
think pretty much everybody does. Yeah. Everybody remembers Lorraine Bobbitt. Remember that whole thing?
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to see how they was going to put the movie together, and they did a good job of it too. It was like, it was just like,
what's interesting about the Lorena Bobbitt case and all that is that, she's actually the first one to actually go ahead and establish that a husband can actually rape their wife.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was never even her. Oh wait, no, your husband, he's married to you. He can't rape you. But
Yeah.
apparently you got to cut off Captain Winky on somebody in order to prove that you've been raped.
You got to show that you are not the 1, 2, or 3. Like, look, we are gonna go ahead and get crazy and let them know. You know, it always takes that one person to pioneer the way, right? So
Yeah.
she definitely showed out.
Well, I remember. I forgot who I forgot what show it was, but they had, because she basically she snipped it off, and as she was driving, she threw it out the window. That's what she did.
Yeah, and they found it in the grass somewhere and sewed it back on. And then he became a porn star after that. So.
Wild.
You remember?
Yeah.
He became a porn star after that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he did. He made a pornographic film after that. That's correct.
Yeah.
Trav, let me ask you this: if that would have happened to you, and they found it, and they put it back on, would you ask for an extension?
I'm gonna move past that question now. But that's a good joke. I don't want to put too much of my business out there, so I'm not going to say nothing about that. I'm not going to do it. But I'm okay. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to answer that question.
Listen, I'm not even going to lie to you. You know what? I'll go right out there. You know what? I would definitely ask for the extension. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I can use a few more rings.
That's funny.
You know,
I cannot.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it.
All I can tell you is that that whole thing with Lorena Bobbitt, and when John, and his name was John Wayne Bobbitt, which is even more.
That's true. Yeah.
John Wayne Bobbitt. I remember when it came out, when he came out with the pornographic film after that. It was a picture of him in a tuxedo and he had all the stars around him.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I might have seen the picture too, I think. I mean, I didn't see the movie, but I mean, I think I saw the advertisement for it or something.
All right. Kristy, my question to you is, if you're married and your husband does that, would you snip it?
Oh, yeah.
She's a bodybuilder. Remember, she could just rip it off. She don't need to snip it. She got them guns. She gonna be like,
she body slam him,
and that might even hurt more because it got to stretch and then snap. Then, so,
oh my gosh.
Kristy's gonna turn up and stretch Armstrong.
You never know what you would do in those moments, but you never know.
All right, Sparrow, same question.
Oh fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah, Sparrow.
Snip, snip, plop, plop. Yep. And blend that shit up. Ain't nobody.
I was gonna ask her. I'm about to say, what afterwards, would you throw it away or would you grind it up? So she answered the question for me.
Yeah, they ain't no snow. They ain't no aftermath. This you're done.
You're not becoming a porn star.
You'll have to go like. No, you'll have to go Bruce Jenner with it. And just and just accept fate.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know how we got into this, but okay. It's my fault. I brought up the Wayne Bobbitt thing.
Let me tell you, it all comes back to Lifetime.
It's my fault. I take the blame for this one.
Once again, it's a male bashing channel. We all know that. You know what? I'm going to ask you another question. Kristy, last movie you saw on Lifetime?
We're saying this in a male's dressing room too, just so you know how funny this conversation really is.
Oh, that's great. That's right.
As you're like, yeah, I would. And snip, snip.
I'm talking about snip, snip, and they're all vulnerable in the dressing room. They're like putting their trying on their pants, like, oh shit.
Right.
Women are like, you better not snip my man's balls, bitch.
like someone is out there crazy.
Oh, man.
No, let's see. The last Lifetime movie, honestly, the last one I saw was when they did the biography of Whitney Houston, when I was like, I think Lifetime should hang up doing, memorable movies of people who passed away, because I bet they're looking down like, what in the heck are you doing to my name? Like, I just always felt like Lifetime had to hang it up after that. I haven't watched it.
Sparrow, what about you?
What about me? What?
What was the last Lifetime movie you saw?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's been years. I hate Lifetime because it makes you cry, and I don't like movies that make me cry. If it makes me cry, I'm not gonna mess with it. I want to laugh. I want to feel like I'm gonna kick ass afterwards, or or think. But to make me cry, those tear jerking stuff, and that's what Lifetime does.
Really? You don't think it's too corny?
It's corny too. It'd be corny, but some of the stuff be touching you because it's like they'll really immerse you in the emotions of the character, and you're like, oh my god, what? That's so fucked up. Like slit your wrists, and that shit's crazy.
Because like Lifetime characters aren't like, well-known actors and actresses. You look at them and like, oh, this looks like a very everyday person. Like they're not very normally well-known. Like, so it's just kind of normal. You're just watching normal people going through. I'm like, what is going on? Even though they are probably like whatever. But it's hard to see some of that stuff. You're like, oh my goodness, this kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? A lot of those Lifetime actors and actresses are also washed up over the hill too. They come on them.
Or people trying to get into, up and coming sometimes.
Ain't that usually porn stars?
All right, thanks.
You know what? I think, to be honest with you, I think Tracy Lords was actually a Lifetime episode. It was either Tracy Lords or Linda Lovelace. One of them were on a Lifetime episode. I could be wrong, though. I'm just saying.
I don't know. That guy Mulder from X-Files, he was a former porn star.
Yeah, he was in Black Shoe Diaries, right? Red Shoe Diaries or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Red Shoe Diaries. David Duchovny is a well-known sex addict. He even admitted it. He is a serious sex addict. He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
But was he on Lifetime?
I don't know. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he played someone's father that he impregnated, and then they find out he had an affair with that girl's mother years ago, and he's actually the father, and it's like they're all fucked up off of that shit. I'm sure he played it on my Lifetime genre.
So Lifetime, yeah, Lifetime. You know what? They're gonna make a movie about the next topic that I want to bring up, and this was actually written in. I didn't even know about this, but does anybody remember? John McAfee?
Why does that name sound familiar?
Once I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Who is that?
Didn't he marry his Asian stepdaughter?
You get an idea. Okay.
No, I think that was Woody Allen, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Woody Allen. I remember that. Soon Yi.
All right. I know who was one.
I don't know if
that was his plan the whole time anyway. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get her and then turn her into a wife. He knew what he was doing.
Well, listen, the guy, go figure with Woody Allen. I don't even know where to begin with him, other than the fact that his movies are all New York, and then he decided to get out of New York and go to Europe and film. But McAfee, I don't know if everybody remembers, but when you would start your computer up back in the day, it would say McAfee antivirus or McAfee antivirus.
Yes, McAfee. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of, McAfee. Yeah.
He's taking it to the computers. Okay, we're at computers.
I mean, I see that now. Shoot.
Well, he's dead. John McAfee, the founder, is dead. He was literally held in a Spanish prison, and basically the U.S. had him extradited, and they just found him dead in his prison cell in Spain.
Okay.
But what's interesting about McAfee is that he left, or McAfee, whichever you want to put it, he left the country and he went to Belize. And when he was in Belize, the U.S. couldn't touch him because of the whole non-extradition treaty. So what happened with McAfee is that he got into a fight with his neighbor, and he told his neighbor, "You got to shut your dogs up because they keep waking me up at night." And the neighbor told him to go fuck himself because apparently the neighbor was in New York. They told him to go fuck himself. McAfee went ahead and shot the guy, allegedly shot the guy, killed the guy, and then he's been on the lam ever since. So they found him in Spain, and he's been a huge tax evasion guy. and the U.S. wants him back. But here's what's interesting. After he moved to Belize, he sold off McAfee, and something that was really interesting is that he came back to America and he actually started some sort of a smart garage door company, and which makes a smart garage door. I don't even know what a smart garage door is. But then he left again, went to Spain, and then now he owes the U.S. money from the sale of McAfee, I guess, and now he's dead in his cell. So I just wanted to get everybody's take on that.
Actually, I did hear about that now that you mentioned it, but yeah. I have nothing to say about it, though.
Yeah,
I guess we ain't gonna get that money.
Another one bites the dust is all I see.
You know what?
Well, I guess we ain't gonna get that.
But you know what's interesting about that? When you're a guy like McAfee, where do you go wrong? You are the foremost name in virus protection. I mean, it's up there. McAfee, it was McAfee versus Norton versus McAfee, and McAfee was always the top. It was always the best. And then you just falter and you leave. I don't know who does that.
Yeah.
Go figure. It's on my, I don't know why he would leave, but you know what? Anyway, so he's dead now. So he's gone. There you go. There's another person dead. So he's out there. He's done. Another billionaire bites the dust, right?
And didn't have to pay his taxes.
Well, those are the only guarantees in life, right? Death and taxes. There it is. So he died instead of paying his taxes.
Yeah. Basically. He lived doing
Well.
what he loved to die. What?
Wealthy, the wealthy elite. There it is. Go figure it out. So, Sparrow, you want to give us a rundown on what's going on with Sparrow International?
We have an event coming up July 31st, another Unity rally, where just Williamsburg is going to be the location, McBee Park. I have to get the name right, but it's a park over there in Williamsburg. And we're just addressing some legislation change and want to start getting things going about this community contract law. So yeah, that's what's going on. And we got Legacy Unite, right? Yes.
Legacy Unite. You want to give us a little bit of a rundown on Legacy Unite?
So Legacy Unite is we're partners with Peter and US Roundtable and a few other of our other partners sponsoring us. What we're doing is we're doing community development projects where we're coming to your community and we're gonna fix up on whatever is needed to be fixed in the community, whether from business development to infrastructure and job placement and so forth.
Nice.
Awesome. Love the project. Love the idea. Glad we can get involved. And also, I just want to point out that Kristy is actually back from guarding the nation's capital. I don't know if everybody knew that or not, but Kristy actually went off. She guarded our nation's capital. She's in the military. And if I'm not mistaken, Kristy, you were also strapped with a sidearm, correct?
You said what?
What?
You were also strapped with a sidearm, correct?
Sometimes I was, but it wasn't all the time.
So anyway, a big thank you and a big shout out to Kristy Singletary for defending the nation's capital. Kristy, thank you for that. You rock. And
I appreciate it.
Not to sound cliche, but one of America's most deadly women right there, Kristy Singletary.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm
That's
not.
gangster.
I'm like such a gentle soul.
Any relation to Mike Singletary?
No, I used to claim that though growing up. People
Oh,
were
okay.
like, are you related to Mike Singletary? I was like, perhaps, maybe, but no, I don't think so. I think I forgot there was a couple of different Singletaries that came out where I was like, oh, there's someone on the Bills right now.
Yep.
Sean Singletary, I think he played at University of Virginia. I don't know if he played in the league at all, but
I don't think so. But I know you told me.
yeah, but no relation to Mike Singletary, but it's cool that I do have a person with the last name in the Hall of Fame.
That's hot.
Yeah. So
you know what, Kristy, you should go ahead and just rock it anyway. Be like, yep, he's my second
Fridge.
cousin.
Yeah, I should. We'll see what happens.
Beautiful. Awesome. So anyway, bottom line, the last thing I want to discuss is apparently, and this might upset the ladies, it might upset the men, but apparently A-Rod is now back with his ex, or they've been seen together, and now he's trying to get back at J-Lo by being with his ex. And apparently his ex didn't approve his relationship with J-Lo. My question to the ladies out there, which ex would actually approve of a new relationship? Is that even possible?
Never. Nope. That's, and anyone else who claims otherwise is the person that's waiting for the time to just, when the new person fucks up, and they just come in and play on the past stuff. I don't care what anybody says. Ain't nobody could be the ex thing. I used to be idealistic and believe that shit, but no, it's not happening.
Yeah, no, not happening. It's no, it's because it's hard to believe. It's just too hard to believe that it just is what it is. Like it's straightly platonic. I'm like, you won't. I don't know. You just don't know, and nobody wants to monitor like conversations like that and be like, oh, what's actually being exchanged between you two. So yeah, no, ain't having it.
Well, and also, like, a lot of times, you made your mistakes on me, and then you're gonna move on and be better with her, and I'm just so
right. Like, how did I catch you at that time, and then I'm seeing you like doing everything to remind me of misery.
Well,
I have to laugh on that, because you know what, to be honest, I would really love it if my ex would get into relationships so she would leave me the hell alone, and it's been over 10 years. So
that's because you're the ex who moved on. But you'll probably get annoyed to see some of the stuff, like seeing her be a certain way with him, and then she's an asshole to you. So you'll still feel it. So that's what it is. It's like it's sharing kids, though. I could see people make it happen and they become friends and stuff like that. But I used to think that with my late husband's ex, and she just got another fucker who was just like her.
Well, let me just say this.
Oh man.
I would love it. And if she hears me out there, I would love it if you find somebody and leave me the hell alone. I would really love that. But anyway, I don't care who it is. You know what? If he's 10 times the man I am, more power to you. Just leave me alone. So I think it's different for men, Sparrow. I got to be honest with you.
Because men do somehow allow themselves to move on, and they're not as possessive unless they're still carrying feelings. A woman could hate her ex but not want him to be happy. So, and there's a mistake. Like, just because I hate a guy doesn't mean that means I'm still carrying feelings for a guy. It means I fucking hate him. That's what it means. It means that I don't want him to be happy because he's an asswipe and I hate his ass. That's not because I don't want him to move on, because I still want him. No, it's just he was an asswipe with me, and I don't want you to be the asswipe with any of my sisters and keep fucking up my sisters with your asswipe shit. That's so.
That's real.
Okay.
That's real.
Okay.
Kristy, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about that? Would you like? Well, let me ask you both this question. Would you both want to see your exes happy?
I would. I want to see them happy. I think that, you know, I also come to understand, like, you just happen to catch that person at just a interesting point in their life, you know, and you'd be like, damn, why did I have to catch them at, like, when they're in this growth and they're trying to still discover? Sometimes that's just the way it is. And, you know, especially if they were genuinely a good person. For the most part, I would say, like, people I've had relationships with, like, they were genuinely good people. So it's like, I want them to be happy. I think there's like one where I'm just like, this person gets on my last nerves. But, and where I have the sentiments, like, I think you just need to get yourself together, especially seeing like some glimpse. And I'm like, you are still the same person, like, from years ago. But outside of that, like, for the most part, I do want people to be happy, you know, be happy.
Good for you. You know, it reminds me of that joke that a husband and wife, the wife always wants to make love in the dark because she just can't stand to see a man happy?
Wow, I've never heard that one.
I haven't heard that one either. Yeah, no, I don't have any qualms. I'm like, go do your thing, just as long as you're good. Yeah, I don't have any issue with that. But like I said, there's some where I see some doing, one person I would say, like doing the same thing that was for me, like it hasn't changed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like Godspeed to that next individual that he's with, because he has not changed at all. So
yeah.
Well, so
yeah, that's
let me ask you, you know what, Travesty, let me ask you a question. Your ex or your exes, however many, would you be happy if they moved on and found somebody new just so they would leave you alone?
Let me see. Sure, why not?
There you go. That's the way I look at it.
Sure, why not? Even if they was mean and crazy to me, I still hope they go on and get someone else and be happy. So yeah, that's what I would think or want.
What about if you still had feelings?
If I still had feelings, yeah, they could still go. Be happy. I'll find someone else.
You see that, Sparrow? It's all about being happy, Sparrow.
I'll find someone else.
I'm not saying I don't want you to be happy. I'm just saying that to watch it happen, unfold, especially if it ended a certain way. I'm friends with a couple of my exes. I have like 3 exes that I'm still friends with, and they moved on, had children, and we're all cool. But they're, like she said, it's about like, if you was toxic with me and then I'm seeing you move on with someone else and you're still a toxic person, yeah, I'm going to be concerned about that. I don't want to see that. And then if you didn't and you changed and you learned your lessons off of me, fine, but I don't want to see that either. I don't want to be rubbed in my face the fact that I was when you treated me like dirt, and then vice versa. I'm just being real. People don't want to say, they don't want to speak, oh yeah, no, because I don't want to look a certain way. Nope. I don't care how I look. We all feel the same way. I there's some exes that I see like that. I have this one ex who really treated me bad, and he's with someone new, and I'm happy for him, and he has a kid and everything. But at the same time, in the beginning phases when we first separated, in the first maybe 5 years, I wouldn't have wanted him to see that. I wouldn't have wanted to see that of him. Fuck no. And he was a toxic guy. So yeah.
Kristy, what about you, Kristy?
Now, wait a minute, though. I think I'm misunderstanding what your question. You saying, would I like to see it unfold or something like? Was that the question?
Don't you want to see your ex happy? Because you already know as well as I do, if your ex is happy, they'll leave you the hell alone.
I guess, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. I don't know. I thought if that's the question. And honestly, I really don't care what happens. To be honest, I really don't care if they're happy or not. But if you're happy, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you're not happy, it's okay, really, if you want to really, But if you're happy, good. Like I said, I'll find someone else. So, it doesn't really matter, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's like, I really could care. I don't really care what really is going on
right. Now, if they're still bothering me, I don't know, maybe that's the difference here. You're saying if they're still bothering you, would you like to see them happy? I guess in that case, so then, yeah, I guess you don't have to be bothered with them, I guess, but you're not going to still bother me anyway, because I'm not going to allow you to bother me. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be allowed to bother me. So it takes 2 to do that. You know what I mean? So that situation wouldn't happen in the first place.
Let me just say this. I know people that I know other guys that have actually set their exes up with other men just so they wouldn't be bothered.
That's wild.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And she chased the good ones off. But like I said, she found another fucker like her. And then we had to deal with 2. So it's just when you're forced to be tied to each other, you got to do what you got to do. But if I can like move away and stay the F away from you, I'd rather do that. And then if we stay, and then later on, if we could be friends, we could be friends later on. But right now, there's a healing process.
Yeah.
Women do usually have to heal after some things that happen. You know.
Kristy, you're not agreeing?
I think men are quicker to move on. Most men,
I don't
not
think
all.
so.
Some men linger. No, you're right. Some men
say,
linger. Yeah, some men don't know how to take a hint. They just
men be like,
you might be one of those men,
man.
Peter. Because remember that story you told us when you said the person dumped you and you did the little trick to get her to like you again, flattening her tie. So I think this question is about you. You're trying to flip it like it's a woman, but it's really about you. That's what it is. I see what's going on here.
Because they will always come back and be like, they always come back. Be like, oh, what's popping on over here? Like,
he's that guy. He's that guy in that one. Because we was talking about this a couple of weeks ago.
I have nothing to do with this. This is just
so that's why you're asking this question. You're the ex that won't leave the other person alone.
Wait, hold on. First of all, Kristy's disagreeing. Kristy, go ahead. Let me hear you, Kristy.
We had not disagree. I didn't disagree. I said I agree with Travesty was saying, like, yeah, you know, when they start trying to pop back, like, I don't care. We go our separate ways. You know, it is what it is. But it's like when you start to pop back and stuff like that, it's like, what's going on here? But at the end of the day, you know, as long, I think when it bothers it, when you start to feel bothered by it, it's because you haven't healed from it. Like, you haven't actually like really taken in the situation. You haven't like moved on yourself. But like Sparrow's saying, like, once you kind of get past that healing point, you're kind of like, go do your thing. But you don't need to be, but the guys who sit there like want to try to test and see if they can come back, that's where it's like, I don't know, my memory is a Capricorn thing, Peter. You know, you start remembering, like, hold on, let me remember that when you were trash.
I'm glad you brought that up. Capricorns do remember everything. And to be honest with you, I bring up stuff that happened 30 years ago, and a lot of my friends are just like, that happened 30 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, they don't remember. So it's kind of a curse. It's a beautiful thing, but it's also a curse because you're always going to be pissed at one specific person because you remember what he or she did to you. And getting back to Travesty, I did. All right, so what? I let the air out of her tires one time. Okay, fine, but I got some booty that night.
That was your plan. You said she dumped you. And to get her back, you flattened her tires and drove past and offered the help. So you're like it's you. You're the one that's bothering the person, that person at that time.
That is wild. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to be questioning every single time I have my tires flat. Like, did somebody let this out because they tried to
and watch who drives by. It might be that ex and be like, oh, do you need help?
Well, listen,
that's all it is. You say no.
Yeah, no, get out of here. I got AAA. See you.
Listen, that's because I was done dirty, Travesty. You know that. I was done dirty in that situation.
I mean, that's what you say. Anyway, I don't know what happened, really, but yeah, you said you was.
I want to let all the ladies know that if you wind up with a flat tire at some point, the best thing to do is always look at the cap of your flat tire. And if somebody put a little tiny pebble in there and twisted it to let the air out over time, then you know somebody's trying to get at you. I mean, that's what that is. But, you know, keep in mind, if they do that, you know, it'll happen overnight. It won't happen when you drive. Most of the times you'll have a flat tire the next day. And if your ex happens to be driving by, you know, just let them know Petee G said, we're on to you. That's really the best way to put that. Because that's what I did it, you know. And I admit I did it a few times.
This is a Lifetime movie. Like, that scenario right there is a Lifetime movie.
That's a perfect Lifetime movie. You should pitch that to Lifetime and get some money out of this, people. You really should. You should pitch that and be like, yo, I got this movie. See what happens.
All right, wait a minute. Okay, wait, I got a question though.
I mean, they could add some stuff in there too, you know, because that might take just 5 minutes, but you know, they got to come up with the whole scenario to make it like a 2-hour movie. So
right,
I would pitch that.
Well, you know what? My question is to Sparrow. Sparrow, have you done anything like that?
Done what?
You know, to get even with an ex, flatten their tires.
I think she said. I thought she did.
Sparrow's not.
She told us a story about it before. Maybe not. I can't remember.
No, she just said she's vindictive, but Sparrow's not going to
do something. Yeah, that's what it was. She said she would do something like crazy.
Come on, Sparrow, give us a for instance.
You know, things happened before social media, so it should stay there.
Thank goodness for that.
Wow. Sparrow, we're going to leave that alone. All right, Kristy, what about you? Did you do anything to get even with an ex and then show up to be like the lifesaver?
No, I never did that. Mm-mm. No, like I said, usually I'm one of those people who like, I had a habit, I would say, and when I was younger, like holding on to like expired relationships. So like by the time that they're an ex, like they are, there is no going back.
A capital X, not a lowercase x, but
we never were in a relationship. That didn't really happen. Like by the time that I get to that point where I'm like, you are about to be an ex, it's because there is no like, let's try to revisit this at another time. I think I will hold on because it's so expired. And then I'm like, yeah, we can't do this anymore. Ever.
I hear you.
Well, you know what, though, to be honest with you, I would be worried about Kristy, though, because Kristy can bench like 400 pounds. So I would be like terrified. I look at it like
roll your behind right out the door.
Yeah, pretty much. And if I were going to go,
what did Gary say? She'll put you in a trash can and roll you down the hill.
Right. Yeah. Kristy will definitely do that. Look, if I went ahead and flattened one of Kristy's tires and I drive by, I could see Kristy lifting it up with one arm and then changing the flat with the other arm.
No.
Yeah.
You know, we already know Kristy can press like, Kristy, what are you pressing now? 250, 300?
No, I'm not. I've got little rinky-dink arms or noodles.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, I don't believe that, but okay. I'm not even gonna question that at this point. I'm not even gonna question. But I have to admit, I've definitely done that. I've done things to show up as the hero. I'll admit that in front of all of our YouTube viewers. I have done that. Do I recommend it? No.
You don't have to worry about me. My vengeance is splashing the new woman in your face. That's what I do. Like, oh, hello, how are you? This is so-and-so.
Sorry about that, guys. Kids called in.
No, that's all right. Everything's okay. No, right? Well, you know what? We're almost at that magic time. And we will go ahead and do a roundup. And really quickly, so we discussed the situation with the tuna fish. So we'll all agree to stay away from the Subway tuna fish at this point. I know I'm staying away from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sparrow, you alerted Ken about it, Sparrow?
Mm-hmm. I did. I told him.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll stay away from that. And it's almost that magic time. So I guess, you know what? This is the final episode of the season. We had a great time. And we'll see everybody in September. Sparrow's already flashing the peace sign. She's already getting ready. So Travesty too. Oh, okay. All right.
That's what she gonna do.
Travesty with the peace sign and the joint sign over to Sparrow. All right. I'm doing the play-by-play at this point. We'll go ahead and do our sign off. We'll go ahead and start off with Kristy Singletary with the sign off. Go ahead, Kristy. What do you want to say before you go?
No, I just want everyone to be safe this summer. I know we all are out, but be safe, have fun. Don't get too wild, too crazy, but it's been a pleasure to be on this today and just talking to you all. It's such a good vibe. And thank you so much for inviting me back on. So peace and love to everyone. And I want everyone to take care.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
All right, Sparrow, you're up.
All right. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to next season and things to come. And yeah, keep on rocking.
All right.
All right, Petee P.
All right, everybody. I don't know what's going on with the variant of the COVID-19, whether it's hit New York or not, but if you have a chance, check that out. Wear your mask if you literally have been vaccinated. Decide whether you want to wear your mask. I wish everybody a wonderful summer. Be safe, and we'll see you all in September. Travesty?
We out.
Salute, everybody. Be safe.
All right.